I know you don't have a way
beyond
to.
that.
I know you don't have a way to guarantee the situation, but you have a way to communicate with people that can turn on and restore the power at 2949 Spalding Drive. And you're telling me that even in an emergency situation, that her power was cut off. It was in arrears. We just reinstated it once I found out, and you're dealing with a 91-year-old who's got a medical situation. Don't know how important it is, but I'm going to go find out. But knowing that right now, we're going to be deferred to tomorrow because we didn't get the work order in by 3 p.m. today to reinstate it.
So if there's a way to get you back on today, they would. Now, let me say this. Just for clarity, are you asking to not turn someone else's power on so that your mom's power can be restored?
You know what I'm asking you for, Michelle? I'm asking you to restore my mother's power.
I get it. I understand. I totally understand that.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
Well, I don't understand the question you just asked me.
So what I'm saying is, everyone that got their payment in by 3, even if it takes us till 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, we promised that we would get their power back on.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not going to, they're not done at 3.
Mm-hmm.
They're not finished restoring power at 3.
I understand that.
So they're still out there.
I understand it, but bottom line is, because we didn't get this transaction in by 3 p.m., you guys are going to, Georgia Power is going to ignore the situation that you have a 91-year-old with a medical condition, oxygen, respiratory, whatever failure she has, and that is not enough to make an exception to get someone over there tonight or this afternoon to flip her power or turn it back on, because it physically they're booked up right now. That is what you guys are telling me, right?
So what I'm saying is, they are guaranteeing for those customers that made the payment by 3.
Right. So you're ignoring the request for
I'm not
emergency
ignoring
service.
anything.
Well, no, there's you've got a black and white cutoff at 3, but we know there's extenuating circumstances, and it doesn't matter. That's what you're telling me. I'm recording this call too. By the way.
So, Mr. Garrett, that's fine.
Okay. I think it's. I
Now,
think.
was there a way to get the power, making a payment earlier?
This just came to my attention. I just found out. I got a phone call from her, and a neighbor from her earlier, and I said, "Oh, probably a tree down." Then a neighbor who's 3 doors down, Sally Andrews' son, texted me and said, "Hey, my mom's power's on Spalding Drive, but your mom's is off. Is everything okay?" That's what alerted me. That's when I called you just now. That's what I did. Apparently, because of her age and because of her inability to, make to write checks on time and do her daily routines, she fell behind on the situation, and that's all it was. So I was just alerted. As soon as I got that text, I called Georgia Power to get her turned back on. Apparently, she's been off all night. From what she told me, she woke up and it was off. It was fine when they went to bed last night. They were there at the house. I don't know when it was turned off, but apparently that's what happened. Sometime between 10 p.m. or after 10 p.m. last night, or early this morning, it must have been turned off.
At 9:29 this morning.
Okay, well, that makes sense. And the caregiver that was there with her last night left for the hospital for her work shift at 6 a.m. So obviously nothing happened, and this all occurred after my mom woke up this morning. I didn't get the call till, like I said, I got a message from a neighbor a few minutes ago that the power, apparently something was wrong. So that's why I called you directly.
And Mr. Garvey, again, I can put in a request to have someone give you a call back.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's great. Sure, I would love for you to request that. But in the meantime, my mom's not going to have power, and it's going to probably have to be moved to a hotel or something. I don't know. So incredibly, just incredibly.
And one other thing, One other thing, Mr. Garvey, did you want to set up paperless billing where you would get the notifications?
Yeah, that's fine. That's great. But again, that's not going to help us for today. In the next, 12 hours.
Okay.
I guess I should just take her to St. Joseph's Hospital. I don't know what the situation is, honestly.
Okay. So what's the best email address for you?
flexgarvey@gmail.com. FLEX Garvey.
Okay. So I've updated that for you.
Does Georgia Power have thanks for doing that. Does Georgia Power have a policy for emergencies, medical emergencies like this? Where exceptions can be made?
There isn't.
Wow. Well, maybe that should be looked into. Maybe that should be offered. Maybe that should be part of a policy for people that have a situation like this. That is outrageous. There's no policy to help people with a situation. Wow. That's kind of scary.
So now
Okay.
your mom, is she bedridden where she can't get up, can't move around?
She has assistance. She uses a walker. If somebody's there to assist her, she's better. If she has a walker, she can get to the restroom and stuff like that. But she will have a caregiver. Will probably be showing up at 5:00. So she leaves sometimes early in the morning. Yeah. So she does require assistance. And she has a full-time person. Does that make a difference? Is that something that you can ask somebody or extend to them the situation?
So I was checking to see if there was a possibility, if she was bedridden where she was not able to get out of the bed, there is accommodations for that.
Well, somebody who has a full-time, 7 days a week caregiver that assists her in every function, and is 91. It puts you pretty close. I can't say that she can't get out of her own bed, but she's pretty close. She's in bad shape. She's in bad shape, and it's really I don't know. It's a bad situation. There's plenty of light here. There's it's astounding to me now that we know the situation. We made the payment at 4:00. We were an hour past your deadline. To not have flexibility at the front line for somebody in this condition, in this age, that can be verified is just not right. And it something should be done, and I don't know what much more to say. Something. You're not giving me anything to work with, so.
And I apologize. I don't have anything more than everything we would be able to do here.
So, is there anyone else to call that I can call at Georgia Power to discuss this with?
If there isn't anybody else to call, I can, again, put in a request for a supervisor to call you back.
And what is a supervisor going to be able to do for me? Besides talk to me. Are they going to be able to make it?
There isn't anything else.
So a supervisor can't get a truck or get someone over there to turn the power back on, is what you're telling me, in this situation?
No, sir. Very sorry for that inconvenience.
Incredible. All right, just summarize.
Let me put another call in for you. Do you have another moment to hold for me?
I'll hold.
The important thing for you and your family is to stay safe after a severe storm. To stay informed with outage alerts and updates and to set up your alert preferences,
Visit our outage and storm center at georgiapower.com/storm.
Really?
Small energy leaks can really add up. That's why getting your home assessed through our Home Energy Improvement Program can help save you money and energy. Eligible customers can qualify for up to a $150 rebate toward a home energy assessment. Working with a program contractor, customers are provided opportunities to make their home more energy efficient. For more information, visit georgiapower.com/home improvement. Discover more ways to save in your home. Georgia Power has you covered with resources like the online energy checkup,